absolute disclaimer. Some of these Among Us tips and tricks will only work in certain scenarios and if you play them out right. Therefore meaning that not all of them will work out. Plus, nothing has a 100% accuracy rate in the game, which is based purely on skill and dependent on a lot of scenarios and luck. Thank you. Hello, my name is Hypes, and basically today I'll be talking about some Among Us tips and tricks I have picked up over the years. I've been playing Among Us pretty much since it came out in 2018, so just about 2 years now. Meaning that I've picked up a decent amount of tips and tricks, and I should be able to teach you something. This will be the Imposter Edition, by the way. Now, tip number 1 I've got for you, a super simple one, but always worth it. Always check on cams. Now, when someone's at the camera room, the security, it will always show up cameras has a little red flashing dot. What you want to do is you want to make sure you're not in the sight of that camera and stay well away from it if you vent or kill. Or even better yet, go into the security room and kill them. Number 2. Now this one's a bit of a more complicated one and can't always be pulled off. What you want to do is, if you kill someone, then vent away. It's always a good tactic, but what if you don't need to vent and the kill is that good? Say you kill someone in navigation and sabotage the reactor in the skills, then automatically everybody is at the opposite end of the map in which the dead body is. By the time they found the dead body, you probably would have made another kill, as a lot of the time this would have gave you enough time to be able to make another kill along the way, although it's not recommended if you're in a group. Number 3. Always avoid being sus. Now, that sounds a bit of a difficult one, because sus is, well, whenever you basically do anything, people will be like, I don't know, man, Red's kind of sus. I saw him breathe. Now, what you want to do to avoid acting sus is defend yourself in every scenario you get, or better yet, don't speak at all. Now, this one sounds a bit weird, but if you don't speak, you can't slip up and accidentally reveal you're the imposter. Just avoid speaking at all unless you have to defend yourself or back someone up. Then you can't actually be sus, and therefore you don't draw any attention to yourself. Sometimes a player will pick up on this and be like, oh, you're awfully quiet. It just kind of happens sometimes, and that's unfortunate for you. But 90% of the time, this is one of the best tactics, as you can know you won't accidentally say you're in a room you weren't, and then be caught out on your lies. Number 4. The vent kill. Now, it comes as no surprise in Among Us that doing a kill when someone's on top of a vent and nobody else is around is an easy kill, and this is the general rule of thumb. But just be careful that they are alone. Number 5. Chaotic cafeterias are always a good way to get kills when someone's in a big group passing by. Although this does seem a bit risky, it can have high rewards, as you can get a kill and get out before anybody sees, and even maybe pin the blame on a few other people, securing your name for a bit more of time. Number 6. Dodgy lighting. Now, it comes as no surprise to a lot of people. Now, when the lights turn off in Among Us, it's going to be a lot harder to see, which gives the imposter a huge advantage, especially as on most people's games, you will also find the imposter vision is a lot higher than the crewmate's vision, meaning that a lot of the time you can make some easy kills while nobody actually notices you. Number 7. I don't have a title for this one. Although locking people in rooms is a bit fun to watch them panic as they are worried the imposter might kill them, it never really always gives you a good advantage, as a lot of the time it will just bring up sus around a lot of people and will just normally end up trapping you in a room, meaning you can't actually do anything. So, I mean, a lesson to be learned here is just mostly don't do it, unless you could pull off a good kill cooldown waiting for it to happen. Number 8, a bit of a long-winded one, but if someone in the Skeld is in navigation and you manage to kill them as the imposter, it's always a good idea to sabotage reactor, as this will bring everybody to the opposite end of the map to where the dead body is, and you might even be able to pull off a second kill along the way. Number 9, emergency meeting callouts are really annoying in Among Us. Now, why is this? Well, that's because normally people will be doing tasks such as download or upload, and they'll get interrupted by the emergency meeting and have to go all the way back. And this is a pain if you're an electrical, as, well, it's a hotspot for being killed. So to avoid getting voted out early, don't call emergency meetings as the imposter. Even if you're not the imposter, it just goes as a general rule of thumb, it's annoying to people and they will vote you out pretty quickly for just being that annoying kid which spams the emergency meetings. As well as someone could catch on that you're trying to use all the emergency meetings so nobody could call one when they really need it. Now my final tip I have for you, number 10, is always pay attention to where people are with the admin. Now normally this can be a tool for the crewmates to find out who the imposter is vent jumping or killing, but it also gives you a minor advantage, as you can see where people aren't in the map, and from there, if someone finds a dead body or calls an emergency meeting, you could say you were there and nobody would be able to suss you, as you are far enough away from everybody else not to be the imposter, and nobody can say you're lying as nobody else is there. Just make sure you pay attention, as this could go wrong very easily by saying you were in, say, electrical when 3 people were in electrical, because that would be immensely sus. Number 11, just going with the medbay scan flow. Now in Among Us, you can have a medbay scan to prove your innocence, and a lot of the time the imposter would be against it. During emergency meetings, while chat is available, people will be able to ask and request people to come with them to a medbay scan to prove their innocence. However, a lot of the time the imposter will be against this idea, as the more innocent people there are, the more narrows it down to them. However, if you really want to be less sus, then you want to just fully accept it and go with them to medbay scan, as this could buy you a bit of credit with the other crewmates on your team. Number 12, don't go down with the ship. Now, it's a bit of a short one, but normally if your fellow imposters getting voted out and there's more than one, don't go down with the ship and try to defend them till the end, as this will immediately reveal as you're the other imposter. Number 13, hesitation. Now, a lot of the time after you make a kill, you've got to decide quickly what you want to do, whether that's vent out, walk out the room, or do a sabotage. But always make sure you know what you're going to do before you make the kill, because hesitation could result in a very, very early win for the crewmates. The fake task sabotage. After tapping the sabotage button, you can continue moving around. If you walk over to a task area, you can act like you're doing a task, but in reality, you are doing a sabotage. Number 14. Don't stand and sabotage. Now, it would be a bit suspicious if you happen to stop moving randomly in a hallway and then the lights turned off. So it just goes to show that you're an imposter, so you can actually continue moving while tapping the sabotage button. Number 15, the Hateful Imposter. Now, a lot of the time, people can accuse you with little evidence, even if you are the imposter. Now, immediately you'd want to take them out, but that would not always be a good idea, as this would immediately then bring suspicions to you, as the one person who thought it was you suddenly died. It's actually better to let them live for a bit longer to then blend it with the rest of your kills. Number 16. Killer's Paranoia. Now, when you kill someone in Among Us and then it gets reported or an emergency meeting's called, it would be easy to say it's not you or act like you don't know, when in reality it would just be better to try and act like the rest of the crewmates, with which are typing in chat. Although it is a good idea to ask where, don't always go and say it wasn't me, as this is just a very suspicious move. Number 17. The hidden body. Now, although the report button lights up when you're near enough to a body to report it, it will be useful if the person that's passing it won't pay attention and you've hid the body well enough so they won't be able to see it. Normally, if you kill them behind an object or a table, they wouldn't really be able to see it very easy, and this could benefit you massively. Number 18. The Final Showdown. Now, at the end of the game, there could just be you and 2 other crewmates left. If they figured it out it's you at this point, what you would want to do is immediately sabotage something, meaning they cannot call an emergency meeting and vote you out. And this should give you enough time to kill one of them and win the game. Number 19. The Imposter's Death Sentence. Now, if you kill in cafeteria, despite what I said earlier, if you can't pull it off right, you could just be giving yourself a death sentence, as this is a hotspot for people to walk through in the middle of maps. Number 20. I was AFK. Now, although it would be easy to lie and just say you were AFK, it doesn't always work, especially as if you walk somewhere and kill someone, you'd easily lie and say you were AFK, but it's not that convincing, especially if you're on top of the body and still moving. So if you want to pull this off, make sure you're on a screen such as cameras in security or in cafeteria. Anyway, thank you for watching. That was 20 imposter tips and tricks. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I hope you guys enjoyed, because if you do, then I will be making another one soon. But for now, goodbye.